Om Arunachala Shiva. Welcome to Arunachala Musings.
Om Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam Yatkinchit Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjitha Ma Gradha Kasya Siddhanam.
Om Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam. This famous opening mantra of Ishavasya has been commented by many saints, philosophers, spiritual teachers. It asks spiritual aspirants to cover the manifold world that is cognized with mind and senses with one infinite God, that is the pure consciousness, bliss, Brahman, reality. To be covered with implies that the reality of names and forms in the world, including our own, should be realized as based on the ever-present reality of God or Self. The world appears and disappears, so actually we have covered God with ourself and world. And hence now we should reverse this to uncover or discover God. This is like we discussed in the introduction to Vedanta basics, superimposition and desuperimposition. We have already superimposed ourselves and objects, world, names and forms on the one infinite reality. Now it needs to be desuperimposed. But from human perspective or from the embodied perspective, it is said that this manifold universe is accepted as it appears, but it should be covered with God. Actually, it is the uncovering of names and form so as to reveal the underlying reality. Without our infinite pure consciousness bliss nature, none of us or of the world has any reality in past, present and future. To become aware of our real nature, we have to give up our petty name and form nature. That is, all our attachment to body, mind as me and related objects, persons as mine. This needs to be given up. Only thus can we enjoy the pure bliss of the real self. That is the next part of the mantra. Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjitha. Renounce this pettiness, this name and form, and then enjoy the infinite bliss. We should not covet ours or anybody's wealth, or we should not covet wealth for whose is the wealth. That is the last part of the mantra. Ma Gradha Kasya Siddhanam. In our spiritual ignorance, self-knowledge is covered with world knowledge. If we take an example, standard example, which is even mentioned by Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, that is the screen on which pictures or movie is projected. Spiritual aspirant should cover world knowledge with self-knowledge. That is the spiritual practice for the aspirant. This is Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam. In the example of movie and screen, the knowledge of or the perceiving of movie or pictures on a screen is Idam Sarvam, that which is experienced. That is all this body, world, etc. And to be covered with Isha, that is covered with God, that is to be covered with the knowledge of the screen, that is oneself. This is possible only by Tena Tyaktena Bhunjitha, that is by giving up the sense of reality for body, world and relationship, etc. And always remembering the reality of one infinite self or God. If we argue that this practice is difficult due to our attachment to body, relationship, world, etc., then the Upanishad says, the mantra says, Ma Gradha Kasya Siddhanam. This wealth in the form of body, world, etc., has never become anybody's property. So how can you claim it? This is in essence actually the path of Jnana Yoga and the path of one who gives up everything. Monastic, a monk primarily renounces everything, and so really he can practice Om Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam, Tena Taktena Bhunjit, etc. The next mantra of Ishopanishad gives the other option that suppose you cannot give everything, then you should keep on working, but you should try to work with unselfishness and develop detachment. Om Tat Sat.